Good morning. How did you get on yesterday? Yesterday's green screens? Well, none from me. My day off, I was watching Spinal Tap 2. Really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But let's take a look at any potential angles there were yesterday. Well, the two starred matches, Gabon got the win that they required. Rwanda didn't. Now, you could have laid, well, it was a late goal from Benin, but you could have arguably laid Benin late on in the hope that Rwanda would do something. Rwanda had to get a result. Look at what this has done. This has scuppered their chances now. Like Sierra Leone the other day, it scuppered Rwanda's chances. They needed 3 points. That would have taken them all the way up to 14 and be knocking on the door in case South Africa dropped points, which indeed they did yesterday, dropped 2 points against Zimbabwe. But Benin, there's a reason why they're top, and they got the win. So I think Rwanda are done, which is a real pity, but that's what I would be looking for, that kind of a match. Do note these ultra shorties. I've told you in the past, well, not necessarily Nigeria, not quite delivering. They don't tend to concede these shorties, but this is what you expect. In the past, I've told you, 3 scorelines between 4-0 and 9-0 will give you a really good chance. How many scorelines you've got to choose from? 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. 6 scorelines, choose 3 of them. You've got a really good chance of it coming in. 5-0, 7-0, 9-0 would have come in here. 4-0, 6-0, 8-0 would have come in here. And of course, if you're choosing a win to nil this high, you're going to get pretty decent odds comparative to the pre-match odds for the favourites. So that's something for you to think about. Came in twice. Just you have to use a bookmaker account because Betfair doesn't offer those scorelines. Professional Development League and Premier League Cup, as ever, goal fests. In the World Cup qualifiers in the UK, not in Europe, yesterday. Notably, the better ranked side here against Switzerland, top 20, getting the win. Northern Ireland, superb stuff from them. A great performance against a better ranked Slovakia. Northern Ireland had to win, didn't they? Had to win. Let's have a look at what that has done for Northern Ireland. It's got them second. It's so tight. Had to beat Slovakia. Can you imagine if they didn't? Given themselves a real shot now. They're second in the group, Northern Ireland. I'll be cheering them on when they next play. It's a tricky group because it's a 3-horse race for 2 places, isn't it? So that was why Northern Ireland had to win and did win. Well done, them. Superb stuff. Carrying on where Scotland left off. Shamrock Rovers and Shelburne. 0-1. When did the goal come? Could you have taken out insurance? Indeed, you could. Laying over 1.5 goals and then waiting for Shamrock Rovers to deliver, but they didn't. You get out with a break even. 1.86 expected goals, Dundalk. Job done. Well done, them. That's what we're expecting. They're so good at home. Absolutely delivering. The one I warned you about, Longford. Been putting together some very impressive results lately. This is their second giant killing. They've beaten both of the top 2 recently. So I did warn you about this when they beat Dundalk unexpectedly. Dundalk, very, very short odds. Look at this run currently, including that beating of Dundalk. So you have been warned. I wouldn't necessarily have taken on Co-Bramblers had they taken a lead in this particular match. I'm not sure how the match eventuated. But an opening goal for Longford and an equaliser for Co-Bramblers. Could have laid the draw second half with a bias naturally towards Co-Bramblers. But if you stayed in, laying that draw, then they would have brought it home for you, Longford. Watch out for them. Is it a new manager? I don't know. But they are delivering. Have they got back one of their key strikers? I don't know. But they are delivering. That's 6 goals in 2 matches against top 2 in the league. Really good stuff from Longford. And I did warn you. I hope you took that warning to heart if you did play against Longford yesterday. Treaty United second consecutive home head-to-head win against Bray. So this is biased towards the home team. UCD and Athlone taking a 0-2 lead at half-time. Should have had you salivating. 1.58 home favourite. It's your archetypal laying the underdog leading 0-2 on or around half-time. Almere and Vitesse Arnhem is a fascinating match. If I have ChatGPT still up, I will show you how I would have analysed this second half. I did this with the Napoli-Genoa match. What I do, get the first half stats, and I've told him to ignore the final score of 2-2. Analyse the first half stats with a view to determining what will happen second half. The great thing that ChatGPT does, he will look at all the stats in totality compared to the expected goals. So let's have a look at the second half projection. 2 to 3 goals in the second half combined. So that's pretty good. Over 1.5 second half goals and both teams to score in the second half. How did this match eventuate? Well, we got both teams to score in the second half and we got over 1.5 goals in the second half. So delighted with that analysis from ChatGPT. And this is something to potentially think about using artificial intelligence just to look at the half time, particularly in matches where you're expecting goals and it's 0-0 at half time. So I was delighted with that, the accuracy of that. Over 1.5 second half goals and both teams to score in the second half. Really good. Well done, ChatGPT. That's the second match they got correct. So that might be something to think about. Would you have really taken on the 0-0 in this Las Palmas match, particularly given the fact Las Palmas tend to lose 0-1? Las Palmas don't tend to concede that second goal. I wouldn't necessarily have taken that 0-0 on. I would suspect that the expected goals would have been quite low indeed. This is for the whole match. Don't forget, anything under 1 for expected goals in attack is not a good sign. It's a great sign if it's expected goals against because you're keeping sides from scoring. So that should have rung alarm bells throughout the match. Look how poor that is for Granada. That's what you expect with Las Palmas' defence, isn't it? So solid. Second half, where on earth are you going to be scoring a goal if your expected goals is 0.14? So you can see the importance of expected goals now in saving you some dosh if you wanted to take that draw on second half. Where is the quality chances? First half, Las Palmas edging it. Second half, quiet as a dormouse. So let's look at today's trading angles. Today, my main focus for members has been on odds-on favourite matches only. And I've created a report for each of those for you and an expected goals report. You can see how reading the expected goals, you can get a good indicator of what to expect during a match. So that's why you've got a limited number of reports today. I don't want to get burdened by English League 1 and English League 2. It's not the greatest trading vehicle. Why? Quite simply, the quality of football is not there. The reliability is not there. Sides are Jekyll and Hyde week in, week out. So a main focus on odds-on favourites in English League 1 and English League 2 will, I hope, produce us the trading angles that we seek, particularly in English League 2 today, where we've got all of the odds-on favourites are at home, which is good. A good sign for me, good sign for the trader as well. All we need to know now, or to see now, is for these odds-on favourites to perform like odds-on favourites. Let's take a look at a report, and I'll show you how useful AI has been in just analysing a match for you, both pre-match and with the expected goals. So let's take a look at Burton and Bolton. Now, I don't know if you remember who the favourite is here, but let's see if through the analysis you can determine which is the better side of the two. So here's the analysis. I tend to look down at the key trading stats here. Burton Albion's matches have seen an average of 1.85 total goals. So 2 goals expected today in Burton Albion matches. Bolton's matches have averaged 2.52 goals. So yes, we've got a bias towards goals expected today. don't we? Burton Albion have seen both teams to score in approximately 19% of their matches. That may be more down to them not scoring, perhaps. Bolton, both teams has occurred in 35% of matches, so going under the league average for both teams to score. So the possibility of a win to nil does enter the equation. Expected goals, Burton Albion's expected goals for of 1.39 per match. Expected goals average of 0.9. Not very good. Expected goals on target, well, that's fine. Bolton Wanderers boast a higher expected goals for of 1.86 per match. That's hinting at 2 goals a match. So that will stand them in good stead, Bolton, today, won't it? So expect these reports in each of these odds-on favourite matches today. But let's have a look at the World Cup qualifiers. I haven't done any research for the World Cup qualifiers. It's all about the standings, isn't it? And the FIFA World Rankings. So let's go through each match and look at where these teams are and whether there's any hope today or not. Well, Latvia and Andorra could still provide you with a trading angle, particularly Andorra, who can keep that defence tight. Remember, a few matches ago against England, it was 0-0 at half-time. But yet again, we saw it yesterday in Africa. There's always going to be one team with that huge goals against tally. These are the teams that the other teams collect points and increase their goals for and against. You can see them in each group. So Andorra are the unlucky recipients here. But they're in with a shout with Latvia. I suspect Latvia's sole win, has come against Andorra already. These two aren't going to be troubling the judge, but still could provide you with a trading angle today. Hungary-Armenia takes on greater significance now, doesn't it? Hungary are third on 1 point. They must take points off Armenia to have a shout at going second. Ireland find themselves in 4th place, so the next time Ireland play, and they're playing today, they've got a tough encounter against Portugal today. Unlikely to be yielding anything for the Irish, which is a real pity. They are severely lacking up front, and maybe I can do an expected goals report on that in the XG section. That will show you how lightweight the Irish are in attack. So Armenia-Hungary would be the match to take out of Group F. It's a must-win for the Hungarians. Indeed, it's a must-win for the Armenians. So that would certainly get a look in today. It's a 3-horse race in Group I with Norway dominating. Norway can't be caught regardless of any results today. 15 points, doing superbly, all down to Erling Haaland, I think, in rock-solid form. They're giving him the service and he's delivering on the international stage. Superb stuff. But you can see now the importance of Italy's match against Estonia. Must get the result. Don't forget, they're a bit wobbly in World Cups, aren't they, Italy? They'd like to attend one at some point. Israel are playing Norway today. It's a must-win for Israel, really, because Italy have a gimme, pretty much. If Israel can take anything out of Norway, they'll be up to 12 points and the possibility of hinting at second place. So Israel, vitally important match for them, but unlikely to yield anything with Erling Haaland et al. Dominating Group I. Finally poised in Group E. Turkey should be performing far better than they are. They've got some good players in the team, but a bit like Greece, they might fall foul despite looking good. But they've got a good opportunity today to take 3 points against Bulgaria, and they must win. Spain are likely to fill the top 2 with relative ease. But it's all about, I think, Georgia and Turkey for that second spot. So it's a must-win today for Turkey against Bulgaria. Well, everyone should be playing for second place in Group K with England dominating, which makes this Serbia-Albania match vitally important for the must-win for both teams. So this will be a fascinating one. 1.7 home favourite. Watch this one with the in-play stats and potentially lay the draw in these must-win matches. Second place is on offer with 2 relative minnows in Group K. Serbia and Albania must, when they meet, get a result against their fellow opponent. The onus is more on Serbia to get the win, just to leapfrog Albania into second spot. But this is going to be keenly fought. Albania are not going to be giving up any space. Let's just take a quick look through a couple of matches with the expected goals analysis and how we can get an angle in to how the match could unfold. So for members who get the XG report, a simple way to analyse a match without knowing the odds on favourite is to look at the XG offence and XG defence and cross compare. So Burton Albion, expected goals offence 1.39. Finding it hard to score that second goal. What about Bolton Wanderers defence? 0.83 a game. Going to make it even harder for Burton Albion to score that second goal, aren't they? Any team with under 1 expected goals against means they're like Arsenal. Very tough nut to crack. Now let's look at the corollary. Expected goals offence for Bolton Wanderers, 1.86 a game, hinting at 2 goals a game, or producing enough quality chances to score 2 goals. Now look at Burton Albion's expected goals against, 1.6, hinting at giving teams enough opportunities to score 2 goals in a game. It looks like Burton Albion could simply be outscored today by a Bolton Wanderers who are solid in offence and solid in defence. Now I wonder who the odds-on favourite is here. Bolton. So the expected goals analysis, absolutely spot on, isn't it? If it's accurate, we're expecting 2 goals from Bolton today, and we're expecting them to keep Burton Albion very quiet. Now, as ever, during a live match, you could get red cards, you could get penalties, you could get a number of corners for Burton. Now with the introduction of long throw-ins, that adds another set-piece element to it. But on all known expected goals for the season, Burton Albion are having trouble scoring that second goal. Bolton having no trouble keeping sides from scoring that second goal. Now let's look at expected goals in a league of expected goals. We're expecting 2.5 goals in these Eerste Divisie matches. Cambuur against the Graafschap. Again, if you do your cross analysis, you can see a potential way that the match could unfold. Cambuur, 1.66 goals a game. That is pretty good, isn't it? That's hinting at 2 goals a game. How about the defence for the Graafschap? Well, just creeping over 1.54 means that they're not that defensively sound, are they? Could give sides a chance to score 2 goals. Giving sides enough rope to create good chances. But look at the other way round. 2.18 goals a game is extremely good for the Graafschap, creating solid quality chances in every match to score up to 2 goals a game. Cambuur's defence, 1.66. Anything hinting over 1.5 is moving towards the next number, which will be 2. So this has a feel for me of the potential for both teams to score and for both teams to concede. One last look at expected goals, St Johnstone and Ross County. So again, if we do our cross, then we can see the potential weaknesses that Ross County face today against newly relegated St Johnstone, dominating the league. 1.91 goals a game. So looking at scoring 2 goals, Ross County, XG defence, 1.64 a game. Anything over 1.5, as you know, round it up to the next number. So they are giving sides enough chances to concede 2 goals. Now we've got a side scoring 2 goals. St Johnstone will be licking their lips today. Ross County's expected goals in offence, 1.37. So struggling to conjure up that second goal, and they're playing a tight defence. Anything under 1, as you know, expected goals against for St Johnstone, they're going to be a tough nut to crack or to score that second goal against. So if Ross County score today, they might not follow up with a second goal. Well, if you haven't already, do please subscribe to the YouTube channel at Football Trading Profits. We've got more tutorial videos coming next week, given the international break, on a number of different subjects, particularly those that members would like clarification on. So look out for that. And if you haven't already, sign up for the free e-letter every Friday, which will be including Premier League research now and expected goals research for the Premier League, which will be available to you either Friday evening or Saturday morning. 14-day free trial as well is very generous, and I hope after you've taken it that I can produce the profits for you. So I'll be seeing members not for a live chat today on YouTube. I won't be doing a live stream today because it's going to be a bit bitty, but I will be on hand on Telegram for members of footballtradingprofits.com throughout the day. The AI probably not going to be introduced today. I will be focusing on generating reports for the Elite Football, which returns on the 19th of October. So look out for that. I'll see members of footballtradingprofits.com for a live, for a Telegram from probably, I would say, 2 o'clock onwards. But if there are any earlier kickoffs, I will be passing them on. The 3 o'clocks, of course, will be a great entry point for the Championship, League One, League Two, and all of the other leagues, which I've done the analysis for the odds-on favourites for. So hopefully we can yield a trade or two for you today. Have a great day, and I'll see members from 3 p.m. guaranteed, but if there are any plays before 3 p.m, you'll certainly be advised of them. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.